Sup. What was that last move you did there?
It's my finish a donut dance.
Oh, I brought donut. What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. We are coming at you from our studio in Sin City, Nevada. Happy almost Friday, which means it's almost blockchain parlay day, which means somebody is going to be the lucky winner of $50 in Bitcoin. We're also going to be doing some more giveaways on Friday, so stay tuned for that. We also have Forrest from Crypto Stackers back on our channel tomorrow to do some amazing technical analysis. So let's fill up the chat for him tomorrow. Let's fill up the chat today. Let's open up the club. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer, we are not financial advisors here at Sin City Crypto, so please do your own research. With that being said, allow me to introduce you to my co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. It's your first time checking us out. We're an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information, and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams.
What do we do?
We also do deep dives. This is the live stream, though. Check out the deep dives. And if you haven't liked the video yet, what the hell wrong with you? If you ain't subscribed yet, what in the hell is wrong with you?
The hell?
And if you ain't hit that notification bell,
Double hell.
what double hell wrong with you? And how you feeling today, David?
Feeling good. I want to
Feeling
give a quick shout out to the crypto fan.
Yeah.
Malik, number one. Robin, what does Malik win today?
Malik was first in the chat. He wins a round of applause.
Golf clap.
Congratulations, Malik.
Also, sweet
Be proud of
patatas.
yourself.
Sweet patatas. Yellowbeard. Harry. Has Harry been here before?
Yeah,
Harry was here yesterday. All
He's
right,
been
welcome
here.
back, Harry. We're excited to see you. Infinite Crypto, what is up? Welcome back. If you guys haven't checked out Infinite Crypto, make sure you guys go do that. Stereo 2, Victor Santana. Any relation to Carlos Santana?
Is Victor Santana new?
He is.
Victor. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
If I'm not mistaken. And if it's a Victor, I think he is, my boy. He's also Hispanic, so he'll appreciate the hola. Mayad, HP, James, Wheelin' Dealin', James Wheeler. What is going on, my friend? Russell and Garrett. What is going on, guys? Robin, what are we doing today if we open up the club? 25 bucks?
Let's give out 50, man.
50? Okay.
So
50
let's
bucks.
open up the club. All we have to do is simply get 21 people in here watching this damn show.
The damn
The
show.
barrier for entry is very low.
Very low.
And so I want to give out some money.
Okay.
Because
50
it's
bucks.
David's money. So
50 bucks in Bitcoin. We open up the club. And the way we're going to pick the winner, you got to pay attention to the stream.
that's right.
We're going to answer or ask a question. Whoever answers first will be the winner. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up this morning and I'm looking at the markets. Markets are pumping. I'm looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's starting to pump. So I started looking at some technicals and I'm like, okay, maybe I've been saying we're going to see a leg down, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the indicators are saying that we are going to be going on a leg up instead of a leg down. And we'll go through all that in our market analysis. Also, Algorand looks like it's getting ready to make a big move up. If you're an Algorand fan, put a 1 in the chat. If you hold any Algorand, put a 2 in the chat. If you don't like Algorand, just don't say anything because we like Algorand. So with that being said, again, we'll get into all that on our market analysis. But first, I'm going to send it over to mi amigo Robin. He is going to do our crypto market overview and a little bit into an insight into what the traditional markets are looking like. So Robin, take it away. What's up, Chef?
What is going on? So,
Only 2 drinks today.
I had my coffee at home today before I left the house.
Oh,
Got the caffeine in. But I do got a little caffeine with this herbal iced blossom tea by Lipton. God damn it, it says caffeine free.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Terrible. And it's not Limpton, it's Lipton.
Don't give me no lip. All right. So taking a look at the charts here today. Bitcoin sitting at 40,000. We'll go ahead and pull this up. Yep. So not too much movement from yesterday. I do think we're going to bounce around this $35,000 to $50,000 range, maybe for the foreseeable couple weeks. What do you think, David?
Big range.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I
Definitely been
don't see a
consolidating.
big run up before Christmas season. So before
Mm,
September, November, I think we're going to be sitting in between 35, 50.
I don't know.
We might get a big pump up with the ETH 2.0 rollout. We also might get a big pump up with the the XRP settlement, maybe Bitcoin
think-
spot ETF. So
Yeah.
there's a few things that could pump the market, but outside of some large news, I'm thinking that 35 to 50 till Christmas, I think is probably more realistic. Taking a look at the rest of the market. Let's see here. We got market cap 1.8. We're starting to get back up to the 2 trillion. We were at like 2.6 trillion was the all-time high, I think, for market cap.
I think we got, if I'm not mistaken, I think we got up to 3. Could be wrong. Let's look.
You know, the only reason I referenced 2.6 is because that's what was in the executive order. Remember, they referenced, they're like, with a total market cap of investment of 2 point something. So, anyways, with the volume still a little low, $90 billion here. So, far off from where we used to be at.
Looks like 2.86 was the all-time high.
See, yeah. Glad you tried to fact check me there and look
Almost
stupid.
there.
Solana under $90. Anyways, not too much movement today compared to yesterday. And then just kind of glancing at the biggest movers. Oh, look at this ApeCoin. This is all over our thumbnail today.
700.
We're going to talk about ApeCoin in quite some detail. But this is the kind of official token for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It wasn't created by Yuka Labs, but it's now like they've adopted it.
Yeah.
So basically that's what it is. And there's a few different projects they got in the works with this ApeCoin. One being their play to earn game. They also have a metaverse, of course, because everybody has to have a metaverse. And then
You know who else has a metaverse? Shiba,
get out of here with that.
What's up?
Now,
Interesting hot take today. Just to give you guys a heads
of
up.
course you would like to do that. All right, so taking a look at the advertisement I have here. Okay. Well, there we go. Fear and greed index sitting at 23 today. So anything under 25 is extreme fear. So the market's still sitting.
Is this for just crypto or just the markets overall?
This is just for crypto.
Okay.
So basically, when you have those big run-ups blow off top, this needle is up in the green. It is in the extreme greed. It's in the 75 range. Right now, we're sitting at 23. Yesterday was at 22. So the market is getting a little bit easier, a little less fear. 1 week ago, we were down to 17. Anytime the number drops under 20, it is a big. It's usually a good time to buy, supposedly. So now, look at that. 1 year ago, 58. So basically very similar to like the VIX volatility index. And then taking a look at the traditional markets. Let's see. We have the NASDAQ sitting at just 0.8% up. Same thing with the S&P. So not too much movement in the markets. It seems like we're in that consolidation phase. Now, both consolidation in the crypto markets, traditional markets. We're trying to see what's going to happen in Ukraine. What's going to happen with the oil prices? What's the effect of the Fed rate increase on the interest rates? So there's a lot of factors going on, and I think everybody just kind of just on standby, trying to see where the market's going to go. So I'm not seeing too much movement in any direction.
What's gold doing?
Gold. Where's gold? There we go. ALGO up 1.75%, sitting at $1,943. Do you think gold's going to sit over $2,000 here soon?
Depends on what happens in Ukraine.
Hmm.
There's talks that they might come to a peace agreement. So I think
here we're gonna track the price of silver very strongly here in Cincinnati.
we are the
crypto.
silver state.
Exactly, that's where I was going. So, in case you didn't know, the state of Nevada, home of Sin City, is also known as the Silver State.
Yeah, we're going to be the only channel in the history of anything that just tracks silver.
That's right. Did you know that AMC? I'm done with this thing here. So, with AMC, did you hear that they instead of investing all this extra money that they earned through their stocks and stuff,
They bought popcorn.
no, they got into mining.
Really? Bitcoin mining?
No.
Like gold mining?
Yes.
Seriously? You got into gold
They
mining?
got into
Oh,
silver and gold mining. So they bought shares.
Like you got a second chance from these Wall Street bets investors, and you go gold mining.
Gold and silver, baby. Yeah.
Ah.
And the thing is they accept Doge, they accept SHIB, and they accept Bitcoin for watching movies. So obviously they're progressive on crypto.
Yeah,
You would think they would invest
mining Bitcoin,
in
right?
at least mining Bitcoin, but you went with gold? Like, get out of here. You can't go to AMC and buy a movie ticket in gold. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
But they did invest in a mining company that does silver mining here in Nevada. So I might get some AMC representative. Maybe we'll get him here to sit on the couch and be like,
Why the
AMC,
hell?
what the hell you doing?
What the hell wrong with you?
What the hell you doing, bro?
AMC, what the hell wrong with you?
All
right.
Yeah, that's all I got there.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that, Robin.
Mhm.
All right. Let's move on to our very next segment of our show, the Mucho Caliente, the hot take.
That's hot.
That's Eddie's favorite graphic, by the way. Every time we roll it, he makes a face. All right. So the hot take today, with all the hype around ApeCoin, I'm going to pose a question here. What's a better investment? ApeCoin or Dogcoin? Shiba Inu. Robin, we know what you're going to pick. Let's hear it. Let's hear your argument on what's a better investment.
Why do we keep putting these stupid ass hot takes up?
Because they're good.
Like,
Good conversation.
you're like, okay, we have a coin with a picture of an ape on here, and we got a coin with a picture of a dog on here. Which one of these is a sound money investment?
What's your
Exactly, bro.
answer? Your answer.
Exactly. It's just straight money grab from the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And don't even get me started on SHIB.
You think it's a money grab?
I mean, why else would it? Why else would they have a token issued? They're an NFT platform. They don't need a damn token, bro. Get
Called-
out of here.
called
The
utility.
purpose they made the art was so that way they could, have this cool art, 1 in 10,000, have all these different stuff, get into the club. Next thing you know, they got a metaverse coming out.
You know what your problem is? You know what your problem
They
is?
probably got like ape socks and man, they just sell out, bro.
Your problem is you think that just because something starts as something, it's not allowed to grow and evolve into
Tell you
something else.
No, but when it grows and it outpaces its environment, it grows outside of its environment. It's sellout. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. Tell you a story here. Okay, roll the story time, baby. Let's go. Gonna go right in the story time.
Look at those poor kids.
All right, so here in Las Vegas, okay, we have a multitude of restaurants. So there's lots of places to eat out here, and one of the most established restaurants, one of the fine dining kings, first put his footprint here in Las Vegas, Wolfgang Puck, and Wolfgang Puck, well respected man, phenomenal chef. However, the man grew way too fast. He opened up 1 million restaurants as Wolfgang Puck's in the airport. And then he had his like toaster oven, Wolfgang Puck. And anyways, you go to his restaurants, these things are sellouts. They're no good no more. Because he's lost his vision. He tried to collect too much money. And he's got like Wolfgang shirts. Stay original. Stay to your roots, man. If you're a fine dining chef, just do fine dining restaurants. Stop selling toaster ovens, okay? That's what Bored Ape Yacht Club is doing. They're selling toaster ovens out here. They're starting metaverses. Stay in your lane. Stay in your damn lane.
That's your problem, is you think NFTs is just artwork. NFTs is more than just pictures, bro. It's immersive. It's community. It's utility. That's where you're wrong. So what's your answer?
Wolfgang Puck a sellout?
I hate. Look, Wolfgang Puck's a great guy. He used to work for his company. His company is ran like
But don't
pretty
you
much.
agree?
Pretty much,
Don't
they
you
treat us like
agree?
slaves. They
Don't
used to
you
treat us
agree?
like slaves.
Nobody walks by a Wolfgang Puck restaurant like, oh my god, that looks.
Algosaurus is
fancy.
back.
What's that?
Look, I said Algorand. Algosaurus is back.
Oh, there
And
you go.
Algorand was in the title too.
And Punder, welcome back. So Mayed Punder.
Punder.
What's up, guys?
What happened to Punder? Won Bitcoin parlay and he just left.
He's
I got my money. I'm out.
he's been on vacation. So, anyways, back to the hot take. So, where do I stand on this? If I had to choose
Yes,
between
you have to
Poop
choose.
and Dookie, I'm gonna go with old ApeCoin.
Why?
Uh,
You like monkeys better than dogs?
no, I've referenced the analogy before. Monkeys.
That I could see you making that argument. Well, let me tell you about monkeys.
So,
Monkeys got thumbs. Dogs don't have thumbs. You ever seen Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? They can talk. I'm catching on to you, bro. Catching on to you.
So, anyways, nah, you know what? I've used the analogy multiple times. You have the marketability of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It seems to be more of the Angry Birds kind of style community where who knows, they'll have a movie and all kinds of stuff and whatever. A little bit more utility than Shib. Shib, they got a freaking hot dog stand in Italy, and they also have
A hamburger stand. Thank you very much.
they have a wallet and exchange nobody uses. Anyways, at least the Bored Ape Yacht Club celebrities are holding it as their NFT pictures. And you know what? The play to earn game, I'm sure, will be some kind of success. Metaverse is gonna flop, bro. I'm telling you.
Their metaverse is gonna
Yeah.
flop.
Did you looked at their metaverse? It's called Metaverse RPG. Very innovative there.
Okay. All right.
Metaverse RPG. They were like, all right, how can we make this metaverse sound sexier?
Eddie, do you you know what RPG stands for? Good job. I don't have to answer it. So I have zero issue with ApeCoin, right? I think the price is a little overinflated. The founding team and the people at Yuga Labs and the researchers, they're holding on to about 38% of the coins. The tokenomics are great. Only 1 billion tokens. If you're a BAYC holder, you get 10,000 tokens airdropped into your wallet, like just for having it. So that's 80K in your wallet. If you're a Mutant A Yacht Club holder, you get 2,000, which is 20 or whatever, 16K.
Oh, also, one last thing. DFib here. What's
I
up, DFib?
knew that was
How
coming.
you doing, DFib?
So for me, I understand NFTs aren't just artwork. So I'm totally with utility. I won't invest heavily in an NFT project unless it does have utility. I like utility tokens, but this is brand new. It wasn't even created by the people that run Bored Ape Yacht Club. Some might see that as a positive. Some might see that as a negative. I'm kind of in the middle. So I'm going to go with a token that's been in the top 10, that's been around for a few years, that has a strong community behind it. We know what the team is doing. Robin says no one uses it. Well, guess what? The Shiba Swap DEX is over 1 billion in total value locked. You say no one's using it. Obviously, people are using it. You hating on them because they started off as a shit coin. They saw their community was dope. They're like, you know what? Let's give our community something other than just a meme token. And you're shitting on them. You're hating on them. I'm not. I believe that if you launch something as a meme token and people dig it, then you should want to evolve it into something more than just a shit coin. And that's what Shib's doing, and Robin keeps hating on it. I'm not that kind of guy. So
there was a prophet once. Man,
your story time's over. You've done
man
one.
Of
You only get one story
man
time per show.
man of great words and sophisticated thoughts.
Yeah, his name wasn't.
Old Ludacris said, "You can't turn a hoe into a housewife." Because they don't change, man. And you know what? These shit coins don't change either. You know, you start out as one thing, you try to marry them, thinking they're going to turn out to be something else. They ain't. Get out of here with that crap. Thank you.
No, look, I'm not saying I wouldn't buy ApeCoin, right? But if you're asking me what's a better investment right now, I'm gonna go with SHIB. It's been around, it's got a track record, people love it. You got Ethereum whales that are gobbling up SHIB at prices right now. So I'm going SHIB Inu. Let us know what you guys think. Put a 1 if you think ApeCoin is a better investment. Put a 2 if you think SHIB is a better investment right now. Eddie, what do you think, producer? ApeCoin or SHIB? SHIB. Wow, you didn't take Robin's side. I'm shocked.
You do realize you got to talk into the microphone.
Yeah, it's a second day, guys.
And unmute it.
For those of you that didn't hear him, he said SHIB. So I was very shocked that he took my side on that. You know, yesterday, Robin, you had Eddie on your side, you had Brad on your side. I felt ganged up on, man. I went home, I felt violated. I don't like that. Anyways, all right, looks like we're getting a couple of 2s in here. So 2. Chef Murder agrees. Wow, Chef usually take Robin's side. Interesting. All right, we're done with our hot take. A lot of very, very cool stuff to talk about today. Some days we look at the news and, you know, for talking point articles, we can't find shit. Some days like today, we find a ton of really cool, good things we can talk about. So without further ado, let's get into our next segment, the talking points. All right, so first article we're going to talk about is Borat's mother country. It would really help if I plugged my laptop in, right, guys? You know, this is all Eddie's fault. He was late, so he didn't remind me to plug my laptop in. Just kidding. Go ahead, Eddie. I'm ready. All right. The motherland of Borat's sister. She was the #1 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. They are shutting down 106 crypto mining farms. And I'll tell you why this is relevant. Why are we even talking about it? The government of Kazakhstan identified 106 cryptocurrency mining farms that operate without the necessary licenses. The authorities halted 51 of them, while 55 ceased their operations voluntarily. And their minister, Bakhts Musin, said gray miners are doing a lot of harm to our power grid. The energy costs of illegal mining are estimated to exceed 1 gigawatt. The investigation further revealed that some popular political and business figures were behind the illegal companies, so some collusion going on here. These include Borat's cousin, Bolat, the brother of former president. Then you have Kairat, which is Kazakhstan's 17th richest man, and Alexander Kibanov, the chairman of Central Asian Electrical Power Corp. So some pretty big public figures that were in on this gray mining, they call it. Additionally, the authorities confiscated over 65,000 pieces of mining equipment from those farms, worth more than $190 million. $190 million. Robin, what's the math on that? $190 million divided by 65,000. Will you let me know? I'm curious how much each of those things cost. I feel like that's an absurd number. The former Soviet state.
Why you got me doing math over here?
No, I'm asking you to do math.
That's what I'm saying. Why am I doing math?
Because I'm reading the article, so I figured you can help out with the math.
What did you want to know?
190 million divided by 65,000. Anyways, the former Soviet state, which is Kazakhstan, accounts for 18.1% of the global hash rate. Eddie, why the hell is Robin on the screen?
Doing math here.
Get enough
bro.
of this guy. Yeah, you're not that smart. Use your freaking laptop or something, bro. Use your iPad. God, you guys are so useless, both of you.
Carry the 5.
You know, I had a cousin. He was a civil engineer. This dude could do like crazy math like this off the top of his head. Obviously, that's not Robin, but so why is this important? Kazakhstan is #2 for global hash rate for Bitcoin. 101.6 of their mining farms were shut down. How will this affect the hash rate? More importantly, how will this affect the Bitcoin network, security of the network, and also the price of Bitcoin? We haven't seen any negative price action coming off of this article, this news. So we'll see what happens. But obviously, it's not a great thing when you take hash rate away from the network. But then again, these guys are operating illegally. But who knows what parameters that country sets for what's considered illegal, what's considered not illegal. So that's my take. Robin, go ahead. Give or take, since you couldn't do any math, I'll do it myself.
There you go. 190 million. Divide. There you go. Yep. What do you got?
So each mining equipment was worth $2,900.
There it is. Beautiful. Good job. All right,
That's
so
a lot of money.
I don't know. I ain't got nothing to add to this.
Nothing?
No.
You think the price is going to be negatively affected? Obviously, the hash rate's going to drop.
From Kazakhstan?
Yeah, number
The hash
two.
rate has been going up. The hash rate has been going up without the price going up. So at this moment, if hash rate goes down, when you have big moves in hash rates, then yes, it does affect the price. And it's simply because it's easier to mine. So you don't need as much. You don't need to spend as much money mining, basically, and then you get more coins for cheaper. Essentially, in a certain aspect, but when you have small moves, because let's not kid ourselves, man. Kazakhstan, I get it. What was the percentage they had? You said it was
18.1.
like 18.1%. Not that big a deal.
Okay.
Bitcoin will be fine.
Number two. All right, let us know what you guys think. Put a one if you think it's a
But
big
when
deal.
you like unplug and like, like when China unplugged, that was like one of the catalysts to Bitcoin dumping because they had over 50% of the mining rigs. Now, I still think that they closed down 100 mine, but Kazakhstan, like these are illegal mining. So
yeah, they don't have the proper licenses.
yeah,
to
so
operate.
you got to think you can't be over. Okay, so here's the thing, you got these confused. These aren't Bitcoin miners. To mine Bitcoin, you need warehouses. To have an illegal operation and be mining, you're mining Ethereum. So nobody's got a basement full of enough mining equipment to
Well,
mine.
these are
Bitcoin.
mining farms.
It
So
doesn't matter. You're not going to be pulling in Bitcoin. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but I'm just saying, mathematically speaking, to consistently mine Bitcoin and to turn a profit from mining, if you're going to mine Bitcoin, you need to have a massive infrastructure.
Yeah.
Now, you might luck out. You might get some without having the big player, but, the top 5 mining companies, like, receive like 90+% of the rewards. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's how it is. So these people are mining Ethereum. So is it going to affect the price of Bitcoin? Nope.
Okay. We'll see. Time will tell. All right, we're moving on. Next article. Breaking news. Ripple adds former White House advisor as a board member. The firm has announced the addition of Michael Warren, which is the managing director of Albright Stoneridge Group, also known as ASG, to its board of directors. The company is aiming to establish regulatory clarity for the crypto industry in the U.S. and globally. Warren's wealth of experience can help it do just that. Warren has over 20 years of experience in regulatory matters. He has served 2 former U.S. administrations. He first served as the executive director of the National Economic Council under President Clinton. He returned for a stint as member of the Audit Committee in President Obama's board of directors of the Overseas Private Investment Corporation. And he goes on by saying, I look forward to being a part of Ripple's efforts to move the needle forward on crypto regulation while the company further solidifies its position as a leader in global finance and the digital economy. And this is a tweet from Brad Garlinghouse, who is one of the CEOs of Ripple. As you continue to scale globally, our policy bench deepens with the addition of Michael Warren. So, timing, great. I don't know how long this has been in the works for. I don't know if this is going to be the cherry on the top to seal the deal, but this man, Michael Warren, has insights into how the government operates, into probably how the SEC operates. What can move the needle? What can move the needle? What should you say? What shouldn't you say? What are some of the loopholes? So this is a huge win for Ripple. To me, this is huge news. Robin, what do you think? Do you think this is big news? Do you think this is when?
You hired somebody that used to work at the White House.
But the positions he's held, okay, the positions he's held and his experience in regulatory.
The thing is all he's going to do is provide counsel for the litigation team that represents Ripple. So Is he going to provide new evidence and new case information? I mean, maybe he gives some insight on how things work, and maybe, you know,
That's what I'm saying. That in and of
he
itself.
can bring value to the team. I'm sure it doesn't hurt to bring somebody in. But as far as it being huge, I mean, what is he gonna? This lawsuit's been going on for over a year now.
Okay, so let me give you.
And so, what is he gonna discover and and put out there that hasn't already been identified? Now, maybe he sheds some lights on something. Maybe. But my personal opinion, I think all the facts of the case are laid out. Everybody's understands exactly all the pieces of paper is there. Everything's there. They're just trying to figure out what they can put forth in front of the judge, what's permissible, what interviews or not interviews, what testimony they can use, what documents they can use, what facts they can use. That's literally all they're arguing about. All the information is there. They're not discovering new information.
Yeah, but you can get insight to how they work. It's like, let's say
I'm not saying it's pointless bringing them in. I think it's great. I'm just saying it's like how much is this? It's not like they're gonna win the court case now because this guy's here. I mean, maybe he brings a little insight, but
it seems like we're like right in the middle, right? And you just need a little nudge either way. And maybe, and I'm thinking this guy could be the nudge in the way of Ripple. So we'll see. HP thinks a PR move. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
It seems.
I look at it like this, right? Here's an analogy, and I think it's a pretty good one. Let's say our YouTube channel gets 10 million subscribers. YouTube decides to shut us down. We're in litigation for a year. We bring on a former executive board member of YouTube. Would that help us in our case, or would that not help us in our case?
What kind of? They're not gonna put the White House employee that works there on stand.
I get it, but
well, that's what we would do with the YouTube guy.
Well, as far as getting some information, how to navigate, these people, this guy Warren and this YouTube guy, this hypothetical person, they know how to navigate their way through the contract, the terms, the regulations they got going on there. They know all that stuff, and that stuff we don't know. And that's from firsthand experience.
It brings value. I just don't think it's.
I think it can move the needle.
I don't think it's anything that ground shaking.
E5 said it's going to cause a quote ripple effect. Good one. Good. All right. Let's move on. This news broke today. Not too big of a news, but something worth talking about. Class action lawsuit against Coinbase alleges unregulated security sales. 3 individuals who bought cryptocurrency through Coinbase filed a proposed class action lawsuit March 11th in the Southern District Court of New York, alleging that Coinbase is operating as an unregistered securities exchange. The lawsuit lists 79 tokens that it claims are securities Coinbase is selling in violation of state and federal law, and the buyers were not warned of the risks involved in their purchases. I fucking can't stand this stupid, dumb argument. We weren't warned it's dangerous. Oh, I didn't know, though, if I put food in the microwave for 30 minutes, it's going to come out really, really hot. Oh, I didn't know if I drive 89 miles an hour, I can get in a car crash and die. Like, come on, man. That is the dumbest, fucking laziest excuse I ever hear in my life. Where the hell did common sense go? God, that pisses me off when I read shit like this. The 255-page document argues separately for each token in question that it qualifies as a security under the Howey test as, quote, investment of money in a common enterprise with a reasonable expectation of profits to be derived from the efforts of others. In addition, the suit says Coinbase is the actual seller when an exchange takes place, crediting and debiting the parties involved in the transaction in its accounts rather than facilitating a direct exchange between those parties. That is why it's a fucking centralized exchange and not a decentralized exchange. They custody your coins. They're not really your coins. You just have the right to buy and sell them. Just like options. You can do options through your bank. You can do options through TD Ameritrade. Same shit. This whole argument that I wasn't warned, it's risky. How do you not know if you invest money in something, there's a possibility you're not going to get it back? It's just common sense to me, and I don't understand how this is even liable in a lawsuit. I think this is total horse shit. And this next article we're going to talk about will kind of shed some light on what other people then we're talking about the U.S. here specifically, what other people here in the U.S., as far as politicians, think about what the hell is going on at the SEC. But I won't spoil that. I'll let Robin give his take on this article.
Well, if these 3 people had put money in and made money, the market went up, wouldn't be no lawsuit.
Right. Like, seriously, right. That's a good point, man. Like,
So
fucking shit.
I don't know, man. I think this article's kind of flat today. Everybody's got opinions here. Class action lawsuit with 3 people. Class action lawsuits generally represent
I believe over
hundreds
100.
of people, a lot of times thousands of people. So I mean, every big company, I feel like we're in the Bitcoin's trading sideways. So we're trying to put stories together here, or at least the news media is. And so we got a class action law. So we got 3 people suing Coinbase because they lost some money, and it's absurd. I mean, Amazon's getting sued 1,000 times a year. So is all the big companies. So, anybody can open up a lawsuit. If I have passed my bar exam, if I want to go sue somebody, literally takes me 20 minutes. You just file some paperwork that say lawsuit. And so, is there any merit behind it? And absolutely not. I mean, if you want me to discuss the article, I mean, what are we going to talk about here? I mean,
here, I'll give you something to talk about. Here,
so-
pull up my laptop real quick. So these are the this is directly from the lawsuit. Okay, so these are court papers, and here are the digital assets listed on Coinbase that they think are securities. I'm just gonna highlight a couple: Aave, Algorand, Cosmos.
Here's the thing. So
ADA.
you have all the so
Let's look into the B's. Oh, what's missing here? Oh, Bitcoin's not there. Let's look at the E's. Oh, what's missing here? Ethereum. What the fuck is the difference between Ethereum and Cardano?
They just listed all of. Okay, the thing is if there's trading securities like the lawsuit says, then the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, would say that it's a security. Hence the reason they said XRP is a security, doesn't trade on Coinbase. Very clear cut here. It's not murky waters. SEC says it's security, it doesn't trade on Coinbase.
And we know
You
know
can't buy
Coinbase.
Tesla stock on Coinbase because it's security. You can't buy XRP on Coinbase because it's labeled a security. So,
And we know Coinbase does all they can to stay as compliant as possible with the SEC. And we've seen that. They have a track record of doing that. So they wouldn't be stupid to list, what is this? 79 coins that could possibly be securities. Are you guys dumb? And what kind of law firm would pick up this lawsuit? A law firm that wants PR. That's just my opinion. Crypto is a hot topic. SEC crypto together is
it's
an even
stupid,
hotter
man.
topic.
I don't even like talking about this crap because I feel like we're fueling FUD. Literally.
We're not fueling FUD. No.
I was just saying.
I'm
like,
debunking this shit, man.
It's
It's
pointless,
horse shit.
man. It's like they're
Whatever.
just trying to get attention. It's people that freaking lost money, and they're just literally they file this, and they're hoping that it ends up catching traction, ends up being a story, and that Coinbase will just try to
Settle.
just settle it just to make them go away, so that way it doesn't bring any attention, any negative press to them. Literally the only thing they know is they have no legal ground to stand on. They follow, they follow SEC regulations. SEC removes XRP, they remove it from their platform, so they're not doing anything shady here. Coinbase is probably the most reputable as far as following guidelines.
I would say the most reputable
when it comes to American institutions. So it's stupid, man.
Yeah.
It's literally just a money grab by or an attempt to grab money by a lawyer and 3 people that are fed up. They lost some money because they overinvested in Dogecoin.
Yep. Even though you can't get Doge on can you get Doge on Coinbase?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. We're staying in the U.S. and we're going Congress. Congress members concerned the SEC is stifling innovation with crypto scrutiny. In a bipartisan letter, just kidding, it's bipartisan. Inside joke between me and Robin here. In a bipartisan letter put forward by Republican Minnesota Congressman Tom Emmer, a cohort of Congress members have written to Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary the Gun Gensler, challenging the regulator's scrutiny of cryptocurrency firms and expressing concern that, quote, overburdensome investigation may be suffocating the crypto industry. They suggest the SEC is drowning companies in paperwork in contravention of the SEC's stated aims and mandated jurisdiction. This is a tweet from Mr. Congressman Emmer. My office has received numerous tips from crypto and blockchain firms that SEC Chair Gary Gensler's information reporting requests to the crypto community are burdensome, don't feel particularly voluntary, and are stifling innovation. And he goes on to say, it appears there has been a recent trend towards employing the enforcement division's investigative functions to gather information from unregulated crypto and blockchain industry participants in a manner inconsistent with the commissioner's standards for initiating investigations. The Congress members believe the SEC could be violating the Paperwork Reduction Act of 1980, which regulates the volume of paperwork that any individual or private entity needs to provide to a federal agency. So a couple things here. The first thing is these Congress people are saying the SEC is going out of their way to shit on crypto, which we talked about, was it yesterday or 2 days ago on the show? The hot take was, it was on Monday, Overreaction Monday. We will not see a Bitcoin spot ETF while Gary Gensler is in office. This man is a tyrant. I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know if he wants to be right. I don't know what the hell it is. If you have traditional banks lining his pocket, I don't know what it is. But this man has it out for the crypto industry. And it's apparent. You've seen it brought to light by Congress people that work in the U.S. government. These are the people saying, it's not some Reddit writer. It's not someone at home typing away. These are people plugged into the system that understand how things work. Number two, their play is let us absolutely drown them with requests, drown them with paperwork, and hopefully they'll just give up, which a lot of people would do. But I love how strong the crypto community is growing. They're not going to take shit. Ripple easily could have settled with the SEC, easily saved them millions of dollars, time. Look what's happened to their token. But they didn't do that. You know why? Because they understood they are the poster child of what will happen moving forward, depending on how this case settles. If they would have settled the case, it would have been bad for crypto. So they are taking it the whole 9 yards. They're going to win the case. And so next time the SEC tries to shit on a crypto exchange or a crypto in general, we will take their ass to court. And the SEC knows. Now there's a baseline now for the judge, for the court system. And that baseline will be against the SEC. So Gary Gensler needs to go. Robin, what's your thoughts on this?
I don't know, man.
You don't have much to say today. I'm surprised.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This one's repetitive. So
You don't like the articles.
No, I'm just saying there's not much going on in the talking. There's not a lot of juicy stuff today.
What? You're crazy, bro. There's a lot of juicy stuff today.
You have a frivolous lawsuit, literally frivolous.
Okay.
The definition.
So if he is violating the Paperwork Reduction Act, should he be ousted out of the SEC, Gary Gensler?
For violating the Paper Act?
Paperwork Reduction
They're not
Act.
going to fire Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC.
It's a law, bro.
Because they gave somebody too much paperwork. I get it. It's a law.
He broke the law. He should get fired.
It's not. I don't even think it's a law.
Yeah, it's right there, bro. Paper Reduction Act of 1980.
Yeah, it's not.
Which regulates the volume of paperwork.
It regulates. It's not a law. It's not like there's a law where, like, if you pass over 200 pages, like, it's just something. It's a regulation. So they don't put laws in place for things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, all it is they just put a framework. Basically, I don't know anything about this Paperwork Regulation Act. I'm just under the assumption that there's been times where they wanted to keep certain businesses or certain companies outside of their friendly box. So let's just say, like, hey, we only want these companies to play in this area. And so if somebody new wants to get into another another faction or another group or another index, they have to apply, and a way that you can try to mitigate people applying is by making the application process so long and daunting that they'll just give up. So I think that's what that act was put in place for. So you know, I don't know. Literally, the story is, hey man, you guys are giving too much paperwork to the
No, the story is the SEC is going out of their way to stifle innovation in crypto. That's the headline of the story.
Well, that's the headline. That's what I'm saying. These articles. I'm just saying. Literally, the story is, hey, the paperwork application is too long. Like the paperwork application in my doctor's office is too long. Doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm going to stop going to the doctor. Like, this is, as I'm saying, like, and it's not like we missed articles that were juicy today, because I looked over everything today too. I'm just saying that ain't a lot going on, man. Times are rough in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's trading sideways. Ukraine getting all the headlines. Ain't too much going on. Ain't too much popping off in crypto. ApeCoin is mooning. It's literally what's going on today. You know what I mean? Can we get something? Can Solana crash again? Come on, Solana. Let's go.
The crypto fam thinks you need more caffeine.
I do, man. This caffeine free.
Here, bro.
Caffeine free Lipton is not
caffeine. Look,
it's not doing
green tea with ginseng and honey. Here, well, I'm gonna go with the next article. Why don't you go grab yourself one, bro? You need to bring the energy. Go ahead. Let's move on to the next article here, Eduardo.
I'm good. I'll bring the energy.
Okay.
Bring the energy.
The U.S. Treasury confirms that we can remove, quote, illicit activity from the Bitcoin FUD dice. It's time to take illicit activity off the FUD dice. Earlier this month, the U.S. Department of Treasury published reports that indicated that the use of Bitcoin and other crypto for illicit activity is far outstripped by the use of traditional assets. Critics can no longer credibly present the specter of illicit activity to beat back Bitcoin. Now the foremost experts in the world say it is not a major threat. The Treasury Department published 3 reports. The first said the use of virtual assets for money laundering remains far below that of fiat currency and more traditional methods.
Now, this is a good article right here. Like, this is what we should open with, because you got literally Janet Yellen's department, who's been hating on crypto, won't shut up about illicit. Elizabeth Warren's also the one that talks about
your girl, man.
Illicit activity. But Janet Yellen, the head of the Treasury Department, won't ever shut up about this stupid,
about not liking crypto and Bitcoin.
Yeah. And now her department, Treasury Department, has went out and said the use of virtual assets for money laundering is far below that of currency of traditional markets.
Yeah.
They basically said you got better chance of laundering and doing illegal crap on.
Like, have you guys not watched Ozarks on Netflix? What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes on. Terrorist use of virtual assets appears to remain limited when compared to other financial products and services. And finally, there is no evidence that a proliferation network has used a virtual asset to procure specific proliferation-sensitive good or technology.
What I want to know is, so scroll back up. I want to know why it took 4 different branches of the government to find out information that all of the media and everybody in our space already knew. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, here it is. The reports were reviewed by other U.S. government partners, including the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and the FBI.
So it took thousands of people in government positions, months of research to realize that a public blockchain, that everything is transparent, that it can be tracked. It might not be the best avenue for crooks and criminals to transact illegally if they want to stay anonymous.
I feel like people have been saying that for a while now.
And so the writing has been on the wall, and I wonder how much money of our taxpayer dollars have went into this research that they could have just simply tuned into Sin City Crypto and found out right off the rip what time it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And here's an interesting fact. The most recent edition of the Crypto Crime Trends report, published by blockchain analysis firm Chainalysis, found that just 0.15% of crypto transaction volume in 2021 involved illicit addresses. 0.15%.
You know, somebody told me the other day that if you see somebody at an ATM, like out in the streets, like you're just driving, there's a shopping center. You see somebody at an ATM past 2 a.m., they ain't doing nothing illegal. There is no reason to be at an ATM at a shopping center at 2 in the morning and be doing anything legal. Am I right or am I right?
You have, right? I know. I've been in. I was in the service industry for. I've been in the service industry for a while, and I was getting off around 2 in the morning driving home. I used to stop at 7-Eleven, give me a Slurpee sandwich.
But would you withdraw $200 at 2 in the morning?
Nah.
Okay.
Actually, I ran into some inside joke.
Uh,
So yeah. So can we drop this whole narrative? Like that's what this article is saying.
Hey,
Drop the narrative.
Finally, the person that's been yelling at
Drop
the top of her lungs, basically bashing Bitcoin and crypto, just released this information.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Next, hopefully the head of the U.S. Treasury, Janet Yellen, actually read her own report. 'Cause I have a feeling she.
You know what's funny to me is these U.S. Congress people, they'll get a 500-page bill on their desk and have it signed by the end of the day. You're fucking telling me you're reading all 500 words or 500 pages in less than a
They look at
day?
their system like, hey, what's this mean?
Hey,
Like,
give me the cliff notes real quick.
it's good for schools. Yeah.
And you're gonna make a lot of money from it, so I just vote yes. It's funny. HP said he lost his first game in his bracket. Sorry, bro.
What was that? Rutgers lost last night. You see that?
Yeah, college sports are just too many teams to follow. I can't follow along. I can barely follow along with any sport. All right, let's move on. Blockchain Association policy head says the U.S. shouldn't compete with China's CBDC using surveillance tools. Jake Chervinsky, the head of policy at crypto advocacy group, the Blockchain Association, said the U.S. should be careful to avoid a, quote, totalitarian nightmare in its potential launch of a CBDC. Empowering a government to surveil its citizens using a CBDC, quote, sounds like the kind of thing China would do with its digital yuan, according to the association. It seems that a central bank digital currency would be under the total and complete control of the government. So at all times, the government would know what you are spending, where you're spending it on. They could program the central bank currency, so they could put in restrictions and say, you're only allowed to spend these dollars in these certain places, but not those other places. They could freeze accounts or take money out of accounts at any time. Instead, we will empower, and he thinks we should empower the private sector with competitive solutions. And Mr. Federal Chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, has spoken in favor of stablecoins, saying that could be a useful, efficient, consumer-serving part of the financial system if they're properly regulated, and that a digital dollar might eliminate the need for crypto and stablecoins. So, two things here. First thing, CBDCs, right? Can you imagine if the U.S., its pandemic just started, 2020, we already have a CBDC. Hey, we're sending out stimulus checks. You're not working, but we're sending them out on a CBDC. And you can't spend it here. You can't spend it there. You can only spend on approved products, approved stores. What would that look like? That would be terrible. And the second thing it talks about in the article here is Jerome Powell saying that the digital dollar might eliminate the need for crypto and stable coins. Robin, what are your thoughts on that statement? The digital dollar would eliminate the need for crypto and stable coins.
No. Not at all. Two different markets. So, okay, because you have a CBDC, a digital dollar that's issued out by the government, it's not going to change anything. That's the whole. Everybody thinks that because there's I have a couple issues with this article as well. They're saying that, and it's not the person that wrote it, just kind of the story, but. You have on one side, hey, China can control and say where you spend money. So if we do a CBDC, the same thing's gonna happen. No. Because one country wants to roll out a CBDC, and they're a totalitarian country that is a communist regime, and they basically can say what you can or can't do because we decide to come out with a similar technology and the monetary system that we have to follow their government's footsteps. Like, no. Stop overthinking it. We're coming out with a CBDC. It's literally the dollar, but it's on a blockchain. That's it.
But it could be controlled. That's what.
In what way?
That's the argument against
but,
it.
But here's the thing. Yes, it could be controlled. The same way that the banks could freeze your bank account. There's no difference.
Yeah, but you have cash, where cash is anonymous, right?
You can trade your digital dollars for cash. It's not like you're going to be two different currencies to the point that they're not interchangeable.
Well, eventually, their idea is cash will be gone. There will be no more cash.
Cash will never be gone, bro.
Oh.
Cash will always be around. Checks will always be around, whether or not, the amount of people that use them. Just like now, the amount of people that use checks, very little. The amount of people that use cash, less. And it'll just be less and less. And unfortunately, you just need cash. I mean, it's just the way the world has been for all of eternity. It's...
we talk about power, right? And how governments hate giving up power, especially power they already have, right? It's like prying a freaking piece of candy away from a baby. If you haven't tried that, don't try it. It sucks. And I think that's what's gonna happen. They're looking at, right, because China's the first mover. So looking at China, okay, what are they doing? Oh wow, I can control where people are spending money.
The U.S. is not going to follow China's footsteps.
I'm not saying they are.
They're not.
This is about power, bro. This is about power.
It's about a monetary policy that competes with the global system and private system. That's all it is. It's money that's more efficient. That's all it is that it's extremely energy and time extensive to move money over borders from one bank to another, from one country to another. Cryptocurrency can facilitate it in seconds. It's easy to do, and it's faster. And yes, if it's controlled by the government, all of the things that are good about blockchain technology, everything that's good about Bitcoin and its network, those characteristics are pushed aside, and they just only use the basically the payment rails. That's all they're doing. The CBDC is not all of a sudden going to give the government all kinds of crazy powers. Not like they're going to all of a sudden morph into to China here. They're basically taking the old dollar and they're moving it into a blockchain dollar. That's it. That's all. That's the only difference here. They can still print more out. They can still freeze your bank account. They can still issue money out in the same way. There's no difference. It's not like all of a sudden we're rewriting the Constitution because we got a digital dollar. Digital dollar, traditional dollar. That's still a dollar. Doesn't change the financial structure in any way whatsoever. Nothing changes. Everybody wants to blow up the CBDCs and blow out, be something else it isn't. Like, stop overthinking it. Digital dollar, it's the same as a fucking dollar. It's on blockchain technology, so it's easier to transact. It's the only difference.
And track.
Okay, there you go. That's the only difference. And if you don't like that one, go buy some Bitcoin and transact with that one.
Yeah!
There you go.
Okay, first of all, did you make a reference to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Did you like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? That was our era, right?
I did mess with it a little bit.
I like it. Which one was your favorite one?
Hey, Green Power Ranger?
The green one was super dope.
Yeah, I remember he took his helmet off. He had that long hair.
The pink one was badass.
Yeah.
The Black Power Ranger, that fool was a ninja, bro.
Hmm.
Anyways, all right, we're moving on to our next article. So Robin, looking at the markets, he goes, Sandbox is pumping. I wonder why. And we briefly highlighted HSBC. Well, here's a full article. HSBC enters a sandbox to offer educational finance games. HSBC, which is one of the largest European banks, yesterday we pulled up a chart. They ranked number 7 in the world with total assets of $2.4 trillion, announced its intention to buy a virtual plot of land within the sandbox for an undisclosed amount. The new partners will develop opportunities for users to engage with sports, esports, and gaming enthusiasts, according to the statement by the sandbox.
Like, how big is that, man? HSBC is buying land in Sandbox, bro. This is not Nike.
They're not the first bank to do it, though. JP Morgan was, but they're the biggest
bank. They
bank.
bought a lounge. They didn't buy land.
Yeah.
They built a lounge.
I'm pretty sure they bought the land and then built it, but I could be wrong.
Maybe they did. But either way, yeah, look, I would imagine HSBC is kind of from the sounds of it, they're going to put a big ass piece of something in there, you know?
Dude,
Banking branch, I'm
this
telling
is
you.
big, man.
What if you could go what if you could go into the metaverse, walk into a bank and do bank transactions?
That would be so dope.
Like, oh, you're like sitting on a couch.
Or like if you need to file for like a mortgage paperwork or whatever the case may be, you got to talk to a loan officer. You don't got to go in there. You just throw on your headset, walk up in that piece, and just everything's there.
Yeah, you sit down on a couch. You got your representative. Like,
Drink,
"Well, this is your mortgage rate."
You can watch yourself drink a cup of coffee.
That's right.
And back to the article here. The banking giant will reportedly focus on financial literacy offerings and, quote, work with our sports partners, brand ambassadors, and Animoca brands to co-create experiences that are educational, inclusive, and accessible. According to Suresh Balaji, which is the chief marketing officer for the Asia-Pacific region of HSBC, he added that he hopes to connect with a generation who is accustomed to engaging with all kinds of brands and experiences on digital platforms, and that financial institutions shouldn't get left behind other interactive brands and service providers looking to innovate in the metaverse. The global metaverse market is estimated to reach $1 trillion in the next 8 years. So, Animoca brands, huge. Sandbox, huge. HSBC, huge. What do I always say? Follow the money. Why the hell would HSBC, the seventh largest bank in the world, $2.4 trillion, be spending money and resources building out in the metaverse if they didn't see it as a formidable piece of the future of our society, of our world, of our financial system? So if you ever were worried, metaverse is down, Decentraland sandbox prices are down, follow the money. Where's the money going? It's going into the metaverse. I'm digging it. Big Rob, what's up?
Yeah, man, absolutely huge news. And I'm still curious. I don't really have too much more to add to that, but I'm just curious to see what they would build out. I know I mentioned bank branch, but maybe they'll just make a retail center and then sell it out. You know, rent it out, and I don't know.
What do you think would be the first Las Vegas based company or business that goes into the metaverse?
I'm sure there's probably somebody in there.
You think so?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Besides the strip
There's a lot of companies.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of casinos, I'm surprised one of these casino giants from Vegas hasn't gone in there. You saw Atari build a casino, and they're a freaking gaming company. So I'm surprised, like Caesars, MGM, The Wynn, they haven't kind of been like, hey, this shit's popping up. We should throw some money at it. So I guess people like you aren't going to Vegas and gambling as much as you used to, so profits are low. All right, we're moving on. ICP, Internet Computer Founders, $250 million plan to help end the war in Ukraine. ICP and Definity founder Dominic Williams has conjured up an oddball plan to speed up the end of Russian invasion of Ukraine via smart contracts and $250 million worth of crypto rewards. His March 16 proposal is focused on countering propaganda and informing the Russian population, who he suggests are in general completely ignorant. I don't think he means that in a negative way. He's saying they're just don't know, so they're ignorant on the reality of what is actually taking place in Ukraine, which will in turn spur them on to pressure the government to stop the conflict. In this proposal, smart contracts would open a new crypto account for each successful attendee, which they can access and control using an internet identity. To incentivize the citizens, Williams proposes that crypto rewards in assets such as Bitcoin and Ether could be utilized. Each Russian citizen would be required to watch until the end of the video, as PIN numbers tied to their accounts would not be unlocked until all of the content is consumed. The $250 million sum suggested by Williams is based on his recommendation to pay each participant $50 per video watched, with the hope of attracting 5 million Russians to watch the informative videos. The plan relies on many contingencies falling into place, with the most important being the internet staying online with no interference from the Russian government. Apparently, Moscow officials are reportedly weighing disconnecting the country from cyberspace and the internet. So this is interesting. Here's another instance where crypto is being used for good. So the idea of this is, hey, let's put out some real information of what's going on, and let's incentivize the people of Russia to watch these videos. We'll pay them in crypto, and they'll know what's really going on, and in turn, they'll put pressure on their government to stop what's going on. But like the article states, all Russia's got to do is bloop, no more internet, sorry. And then this plan goes to fucking waste. So some people are saying it's a PR stunt. Some people are saying it's a great idea. Robin, where do you stand? PR stunt or great idea?
Oh, man. It's not going to come to fruition. I mean,
You think
PR.
Vladimir Putin's going to let?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, first of all, you gotta think. It's not like the Russian citizens were sitting there watching the news and they were like, "Hey, like this Ukraine thing's bad." You know, they've already been kind of shunned out and blocked out, and what trickled in, they're like, "Oh, that's fake news. That's fake news." And then a lot of people are happy, like, oh, "Okay, yeah, good. They got rid of the fake news." The same way that people are happy when Facebook is censoring, like, "Oh, yeah, you got all of this, you know, fake news out here. Thank you, thanks for censoring it." You know, remember when Trump was tweeting? And then they were like removing his tweets.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a lot of people that were, I think more people were happy with that than they were upset, right?
They're happy that they were censoring his tweets?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just because they hated that person. But imagine if that
No,
person
but what I'm
was you.
saying is but it wasn't so much that they were hating the person. So there were people that believe strongly that evidence supported vaccines. I'm not gonna get into vaccines,
Yeah.
but anyways, they believed in that, and they were like, "This guy's he's saying something different." And so, anyways, they were happy when that. Anyway, so the mentality in Russia, with a lot of the civilians or the residents there, is that what is going on is a special military operation, and that they're conducting in Ukraine, and that the U.S. is propagating this entire thing. So I mean, even my my wife's mom, she thinks it's Biden's fault. No joke.
Yeah.
No joke. And I don't really blame her. I mean, she probably just, she probably just has her television.
Oh, yes, because your wife is Russian. Okay, I get what you're saying. I was like, whoa, Biden's fault.
So,
everyone's going to have their opinions, man.
so
So,
that's what I'm saying. But your opinions are easily influenced by media. So what I'm saying is that I think a lot of the base viewers or the base citizens of Russia already believe that this is a just military operation in the same way that you can say Americans back when we first invaded Iraq, that was a just thing. And we always went back to in Iraq was, oh, weapons of mass destruction. That was the narrative that was getting pushed out.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, there was none there, right? So that was a fake narrative, right?
Yep.
Is that any different than what's going on in Russia? They're basically telling you, Ukraine's bad. Blah blah blah. We need to go over there and handle this. And so, anyways, they're pushing their narrative, but the only difference here is that they're squeezing all the real, or they're squeezing out all of the other news from the other side. So they're squeezing out the world news. They're not letting that play. And so when you have internet computer protocols like, hey, we're gonna run real news over there, and we're gonna pay you for it. Not gonna happen.
Vladimir Putin not let happen.
So it's a cute idea, but not gonna.
Yeah,
Putin would definitely not let that happen, even if it was on like a blockchain kind of infrastructure, and you couldn't technically like.
You still need internet
censor.
for blockchain. So.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, he would probably throw people in jail. But like, if we find out you watched it,
you watch video, you go jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Okay. One more article here. So we had the thumbnail today. We had the what was the orangutan's name from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Himashi. We had I don't know if that's the name. That's a cool name though. So we're gonna talk about this ApeCoin, and we have an article pulled up here. So Eduardito, por favor. ApeCoin launches for Bored Ape Ethereum NFT holders with Reddit, FTX, and Emoca execs on board. Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT holders are about to get yet another reward for being in the club, ApeCoin, to the tune of $80,000 airdropped in your wallet. It was created by ApeCoin DAO in an effort to show decentralization. That being said, ApeCoin sports the BAYC skull logo, and Yuga Labs is adopting the ApeCoin as the primary token for all new products and services, including its blockchain game coming later this year. So this wasn't created by Yuga Labs. It was created by the ApeCoin DAO, which Yuga Labs essentially adopted and said, hey, we're going to start using this moving forward. The ApeCoin DAO only requires a member to hold an ApeCoin token in order to participate in voting and community-based governance. Some tokenomics about ApeCoin. There are a total of 1 billion ApeCoins in existence. 9.75% are held by Yuga Labs. 14% are being held to give to launch contributors. 8% given to 4 founders of Yuga Labs. And another 6.25 is being donated to Jane Goodall Legacy Foundation. Bored Ape holders can claim about 10,000 tokens, while Mutant Ape Yacht holders can claim 2,000. And you might have heard of this man, Alexis Ohanian. He's also Armenian, like myself. He's the co-founder of Reddit, and he's on the DAO, the ApeCoin DAO board, along with FTX's Amy Wu, Yatsu of Animoca Brands, Maria with 2 A's of Sound Ventures, and Dean Steinbeck of Horizon Labs. So, ApeCoin, adopted, not created by Yuga Labs, for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, we did cover some news about CryptoPunks. They were essentially acquired by Yuga Labs as well. Will this play a utility part in CryptoPunks? The highest grossing
CryptoPunks hasn't really had much utility.
CryptoPunks has had zero.
That's what I'm saying.
Utility.
So I wonder if that's going to be their blueprint moving
But I don't
forward.
think they need it though, right? People buy CryptoPunks just because it's a freaking CryptoPunk, right? It was essentially one of the first NFTs in the space. It was free. You could mint a CryptoPunk for free when it first came out. And they're not even listed on OpenSea anymore. You have to go directly to the Larva Labs website, which now I'm assuming would be Yuga Labs website. So I think this is great. Bored Ape, I was always a little like, why are so many people willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's got no utility. The artwork is great. But literally, their only utility is they have a bathroom wall where you can do virtual graffiti on. But now this changes things, right? You literally got 80K dropped into your wallet for free for doing nothing, just for holding a Bored Ape. Now, the gentleman we had brought on earlier in, I want to say February, our NFT guy, they had sold their Bored Apes when it got to 105 Ethereum, 105, 110, respectively. So I wonder how they're feeling right now. Got add a free extra 80K in your wallet. So, Robin,
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
would you buy
$80,000.
ApeCoin and hold it based off of what utility they wanted to provide?
Here's the thing: ApeCoin is just like any other new project. It's more than likely, not to say that definitively, but more than likely, it's going to tank. You know.
This might be a little
here's
different.
the thing. Here's the thing. You just gave $80,000 worth of a coin to 10,000 people. Now the people that are holding it aren't your traditional
They're not going to look at 80K
sell.
and be like, "Oh my god, I got to
Yeah,
liquidate."
exactly. You're not looking at your average investor that's living paycheck to paycheck that just got 80,000, and obviously they would cash out instantly. So the demographics of the people that are holding the Bored Apes might be a little different. However, with that said, you still are gonna have a lot of coins hitting the market, dumping the market. Taking a look at my my laptop here. This is what the chart looks like. So I mean, and this is still I still think there's a lot more room to grow. I mean to dump. So basically, you went from $20. So the first people that claimed it, they were like,
That
yo,
classic ICO.
they were like, hold on, I just got $200,000 in my wallet. And even if you don't, here's the thing, like if you hold an NFT, if you hold a Bored Ape Yacht Club, you're not going to sell half of your Bored Ape. It doesn't really make any, you can't really do it. So here, you get $200,000 deposited in your wallet. All of a sudden you wake up, you're like, oh, 200K. That's the same price as the Bored Ape almost. It's
Right.
a touch shy. You can sell half of it, or the whole thing. You can sell half of it, and then boom, you just made 100 grand. So that's where the price drop came in at. But now this mentality is still gonna, just because the price went from $20 to $8 doesn't mean that people still aren't gonna say. People are still sitting on $80,000. So then here, people found out what the token was. They started to buy in here when it hit $6, went back up to $9. Then you had another group of people, maybe the West Coast. They woke up a little later. They're like, "Holy shit! I got $100,000 in my wallet," and then they sold. And so I would wait personally. I mean, the utility that this token is going to offer is with their play to earn game, and in the future with their metaverse game. So with that said, it's going to be a while before it's actually used in utility. So going to give plenty of time for the market to catch up. Now, if I were to buy this token, maybe $1 would be my buy.
$1?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I've seen it's no different than an ICO, man. I'm telling you, it's no different than an ICO. This is literally, look at the chart. Look at the chart. Okay, all time. Okay, same chart. There it is. All time. Started at 6 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have looked at the chart for the Internet Computer Protocol, it would have looked exactly the same for the first day.
That happens a lot of ICO.
Yeah, and then ICO, Internet Computer Protocol has been dumping for 6 months. So yeah, I think $1. If you told me like, hey, I want to scoop, if I was a financial advisor, and or let's say I had assets under management, and I was controlling books, and I wanted to buy some of this for some of my clients, I'd be targeting $1.
$1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
When Internet Computer Protocol launched at 600, did you think it was gonna hit $20? $15?
No, not necessarily. But I think this is a little different.
Same. How? This is actually has
Well,
less the utility than.
But it's a
Internet
very
Computer Protocol.
specific utility. There's no competitor to it. So if you're a BAYC holder and you want to play the game or whatever the case may be, you have to use that
But
token.
the game isn't even out.
I know.
It
I'm
won't
saying.
be out for
I
a
don't
while.
think. I think people are gonna stack up on this. They're gonna hold their shit because they're gonna need it.
Doesn't come out for 6 months.
Yeah, but do you want to risk
What if
selling?
it doesn't come out for a year and a half?
Well, then I guess time will tell. But I don't think it'll get to $1. I mean, I could be wrong. But anyways, we're done with talking points. Let's move on to our final segment of our show, the market analysis. All right, let's pull up my laptop. So let's quickly go over the market. So since Robin checked, we were up a little under 2%. We are now over 3%. Bitcoin sitting at $40,800. ETH finally crossed over 2,800. BNB just doesn't move over 400. It's just kind of been consolidating between that 350, 380, 390 range. Will we see a big move up on Binance Coin? Time will tell. XRP also been consolidating right around the 72 to 80 cent range. Big transactions happening on the XRP network as far as money moving. So settlement coming soon. XRP set to moonshot. We just don't know when. Same thing with Terra Luna. Solana is up 7%. And then you have Cardano hitting 84 cents and Avalanche up 12% on the day. And Polkadot not really doing much. So I want to show you a Bitcoin metric here. So this is a chart that measures options open interest at a put to call ratio. So if you're not familiar with options, it's very popular in the traditional markets. You're essentially buying the right to buy and sell an asset at a certain price. Call options are meant for if you think the price will go up. So you get a call option at $750 and you think the price is going to go up. So what the call option allows you to do is if the price gets to 800, you can buy that stock at 750 because that is what your contract says. Put options are the opposite. You think the price is going to go down, so you buy the price at $750. Price goes down. Now you can sell that at 750 instead of 700. You make money that way. So same thing, but this case it is with Bitcoin. This is the ratio on all exchanges. We are at 2-to-1 to the bull side. So for every one person who has a put option put in, there's 2 people who have a call option. So people that are doing options on the crypto markets are traditionally more from the traditional investment side, and they're betting the price of Bitcoin will go up. That's a positive metric. Also, I have the MACD planted here on the chart. If you're not familiar with MACD, it is a moving average convergence divergence. So it's got a histogram and it's got a line. So anytime blue crosses over red, that is the MACD line. The red is a signal line. It is typically very, very bullish. Couple that with the beginning of the histogram, and you can see the way it starts to play out and the candle formation, higher lows. Are we going to see a break above 44,500? If the volume gets there, yes. We'll see. And on the bottom here, you got the Arun. The Arun is also getting ready to cross green over red. So all indicators are very, very, very bullish for a big leg up for Bitcoin. And when I say big, I'm talking from 40 to 45,000, which might not seem big to you. But if you've been following Sin City Crypto, we've been talking about this line right here. This line at $45,000, that has been resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We have tapped that and haven't crossed it. Will this be the time we will? I think so. If the volume is there, we looked at metrics yesterday. The balance of Bitcoin on exchanges like Coinbase are at all-time lows. So if volume gets there, if demand gets there, everything is pointing to a big break for Bitcoin, a big leg up. My guess is $45,000. The other coin I want to talk to you guys about is Algorand. Now, Algorand, I think Algorand's also getting ready for a big move. And I have a very important level here plotted for you guys. So if we go all the way back to August of 2020, this zone right here was a huge resistance zone. It got rejected and eventually went into the bear market. Then we come back here, and I just moved the line. Gosh dang it. If we come back here, 1, 2, 3, wick down there 3 times between May and July of 2021, and we are currently at that level right now. Lots of green candles. This is showing the beginning of a massive uptrend. Candles get smaller, then green candles start getting bigger. We look at the other filters we have. We have same thing on the MACD, the blue cross above the red. That's a positive sign. Histogram is green. That's a positive sign. The Arun indicator on the bottom, that's looking like it's about to cross. That's a positive sign. But the big thing I look for on this Algorand chart, we got down to the support zone. We bounced off of it. All the indicators are pointing to the upside. It is at a amazing price to buy, 73 cents. It got as high as over almost $4. So I picked up about $500 worth of Algorand as a swing trade this morning. My exit price is right here around 86 cents. So take it as you may. I'm not saying go out and do the same thing. This is not financial advice. Just sharing with you guys what I see on the technicals on the chart. And if you're a technical analysis fan, chart analysis, you want to know entry point, exit point, make sure you stop by tomorrow. If you know anyone that loves technical analysis or wants to learn more about price action, bring them to the channel tomorrow. Forrest is going to be here from Crypto Stacker. Super excited about that. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah, double David. We always get double Robin. We don't get double Raven. All right. Anything else you want to add, Robin, before we sign off here?
Nah, man. Algorand, huh? Going all in on Algorand.
Not all in. $500.
$500.
Yeah. Swing trade.
So you're gonna swing trade Algorand.
Yep.
What are you making? Like $70?
Hey, my money's money, bro.
79 cents. Exit point 82 cents.
Well, 74 cents, 86 cents. So 12 cents. I bought about almost 700, 800 coins.
So yeah, it's
17.20 cents, 140 bucks. Nothing wrong with 140 bucks. I'm not a multi-millionaire, so 140 bucks, I'll take it. All right, we are done with our show today. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Roll the outro, Eduardo. Tomorrow is Friday, Blockchain Parlay. Who will be the winner of $50 in Bitcoin? Also, let's pack the stream. Let's pack the chat so we can give away more cryptocurrency. On behalf of myself, Robin, and Eddie, we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. Peace.
later.